budget for fiscal 2012 that the House will take up later this week is not a path to prosperity. Rather, it is more accurately a path to the past. Just like President Bush's ill-fated attempt to privatize Social Security, the path to the past eviscerates Medicare, forcing retirees to bear the brunt of cost increases, severely jeopardizes their access to health care, replaces today's guaranteed access with a limited voucher system. Today, thanks to Medicare, every one of America's senior citizens has access to health care coverage. Before Medicare was enacted in 1965, roughly half of all seniors suffered without health insurance. This path to the past would send American seniors back to the times of scrambling to find coverage while always worrying how they'll be able to afford rising health care costs on fixed incomes. The Republican path to the past brings back the donut hole in Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage. Under the donut hole, many seniors have been forced to pay thousands of dollars out of pocket for prescription medication because they weren't covered by Part D. I was proud to fix that inequity and eliminate the donut hole during the previous Congress. Unfortunately, the Republican path to the past brings it back, once again requiring many seniors to pay thousands of dollars extra for their prescription drugs. That's a past Americans don't want. The Republican path to the past destroys Medicaid, replacing it with a vastly limited monetary grant to the states, forcing them to either reduce benefits to lower-income families or to reduce the number of eligible families, or both. Currently, 34 million children receive health care through Medicaid. From 1997 to 2009, the percentage of children without health insurance dropped from 13.9% to 8.2%, largely because of Medicaid. The Republican path to the past risks the future of millions of Americans' children by risking that health care coverage. That's a past America does not want. The path to the past incredulously blames rising college tuition on efforts to make Pell Grants more accessible to kids and would return the nation to a system where only the wealthy can afford college. Contrary to what the Republican budget states, college tuition costs have been rising long before the expansion of Pell Grants. In fact, from 2002 to 2007, tuition costs rose 31% more than the rate of inflation, the worst five-year increase in college costs in over 30 years. In response, last year, we reformed the student loan program, expanded the Pell Grant program, and allowed hundreds of thousands of students the ability to make higher education more affordable. The Republican path to the past returns the nation to the years of rising tuition without any relief. That's a past America does not want. The Republican path to the past ignores the economic recovery underway and indiscriminately slashes investments in a way that Goldman Sachs said will lower economic growth by 2% and increase unemployment by 1%. During the height of the Great Recession, for several months, 700,000 Americans lost their jobs. According to Mark Zandi, the economist with Moody's Analytics and an advisor to Senator McCain's presidential campaign, those policies would cost American workers another 700,000 jobs. The Economic Policy Institute projected a loss of 800,000 jobs, while the Center for American Progress said it will cost 900,000 jobs. That's a past America does not want to go back to. The Republican budget proposal, the path to the past, returns us to the law of the jungle and the survival of the fittest, throwing the young, the elderly, the sick, and the disadvantaged on their own fates. That's not an America I believe in. I yield back.
The gentleman yields back his time.